YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Marlock, and welcome back to another Red Dead video. Excuse me, I'm already stuttering and stuff. Welcome back to another Red Dead video, everybody. Welcome to the Lock Nation. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that comment section. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on anything that I say, or we can discuss on these matters, whatever the Red Dead matters are. Hit that subscribe button, so that way you can join the Lock Nation. Hit that notification so you guys can get notified when I post new videos. Alright guys, in today's Red Dead video, we're just going to be talking about the roles and how to get started if you're a new player, and where to really start if you don't know what you're doing and you want to get into the game. Right now I'm at my campsite, so again I'm going to be walking through everything, showing you guys how to really get started. And yeah, let's start out with the trader role. This is the trader role right here. I'm at my campsite. This is where you spawn in when you go to your the online menus and everything. So we're gonna go right over here to the Wilderness Outfitters. All right, so let's go to Wilderness Outfitters and see what's up. Okay, so we got the theme here. Theme is only how the things look or everything like that. Alright, you got the military supplies, standard, the hobo life survivor. These are all just cosmetic pieces. When you're at camp, your core, your health, and your stamina refill at a exponential rate compared to eating food and all those other things. Then you have your tent style. This is also cosmetic. You don't really need this. This is not a necessity. Yeah, you go through all of these as you wish. Then we got different camp flags. These are all the cosmetics to really just customize how you want to wear your campsite. Now, this is where it's important, the equipment, so you can fast travel. And fast travel from here is usually discounted compared to everything else. You have this butcher table here. This butcher table, when you have the butcher table, it basically lets you get materials and bring them to camp and be able to scavenge and take different animal parts and bring them to the butcher table, so that way Crypts can turn it into materials, and then you take those materials and then you sell them. Now you can use a medium wagon here, and you can use a large wagon. I have the large wagon. When you're able to hold off and use 100 goods, you can sell it for $500 base, and doing the $500, you're able to take the safe route. And if you want to be, you know, on the other side, the dangerous side, you can take that $500 and flip it to $625. And what that does is you get a better profit, you get more XP, but you also get people that'll try and grief you and take the things from you. Then you have this Stewpot, which is what you guys see me do earlier when I made a meal, so that way I can eat and everything, and I can go through that again. I could show you guys that. And then you have your weapon locker. You can store or take out different items. It's pretty self-explanatory. Then you have your deluxe campfire, and this speeds up the campfire crafting time, and it also gives you more seating. Then you have the dogs. This is also another cosmetic. Yeah, it's not really anything. I didn't even claim it. You got the husky here. I don't have the other one. The only one I have is the red one. And you got the Labrador, the retriever, and you got the foxhound. Then you got different Crypts outfits. These are also just, you know what I'm saying, a cosmetic piece. I actually like this one. Let's go with this one right now. Yeah, I like that bear one. I don't want to spend my money on anything else. This is what I missed. This is from Outlaw Pass 2. This is pretty awesome. That mercenary look. Alright, enough of that. Let's get to the other pieces. I got you, Crypts. Appreciate it. Alright, so you see at the bottom left of the screen, my health cores are golden. So what you want to do is, okay, Crypts, excuse me, you go to your camp stew, and then you hold triangle for the recipes, and then you get superior quality stew. Now the way to get this is you just hunt predators, so alligators, or not necessarily bears, or yeah, cougars, things that will give you big game meat. And then you have the special recipe of the day, and then basically every 3 hours is a one Red Dead day, I believe. You guys correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. but you basically take different materials. So you got big game, Kentucky bourbon, and Guarma rum. So you need those three components to make one recipe, and then it stays there for 3 hours. All right. Now, this trader roll, it would be one of the last things I would get because this is what you start off with. My materials, I have to refill them. So you can go to your goods, and as I stated, you can do a local delivery, which will be base $500, and then you could flip it and it'll say start distant delivery, and this is where you can get $625. Okay. Now, it's better for you to, when you're leveling up, it's better for you to start a resupply mission and you get the 500 XP, and that'll contribute to the roll XP that you get, and you can boost that instead of ordering materials, ordering supplies, because you won't get the XP and you'll get less materials. Okay. Now that that's out the way, I'm going to go from the least favorable to the most favorable. So the next place that we're going to be going to is we're going to go to the Naturalist, since it's so close. So let's make our way to Harriet, and I can explain everything when we get there. Alright, I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright guys, we made it to Harriet. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Harriet and look at everything. This right here is a Naturalist roll. You can put animals to sleep. You can sedate them and sample them, alright? She might spray me because I kill animals usually. Okay? So let's go through the menus. Let's see what's up. Alright, she's okay. So you go through the Sedative Varmint rifle, okay? So this right here, you can hold 200 rounds, and then you use that to put the animals to sleep and take a sample of them, okay? Then you got the sample kit. This is what allows you to get the samples from them, okay? Then you have the wilderness camp. This is what you can use to create a temporary campsite wherever you are in the wilderness. And if you purchase Outlaw Pass 4 and completed it, you were able to do an ability called fast traveling from the wilderness camp. So this wilderness camp really does come in handy because you can use this instead of having to ride to different towns and things of that nature. But if you miss that on it, maybe Rockstar will give another opportunity for you to get this ability. Then you have the blending tonic. This blending tonic, it allows you to basically be stealthy around different animals so you're not caught, and animals don't really get scared when you're up close, okay? Now this Hearty Tonic here, this allows you to basically be resistant to any weather condition, so you can wear your clothes in any environment possible. It doesn't really matter if you're wearing a poncho and a sweater with a vest on and it's really hot. You drink a Hearty Tonic and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about that. Weight gain tonic and weight loss tonic is pretty self-explanatory, and you don't really need any of these for the roll. What you really just need is the sample kit, and I'm going to explain what it basically does. Okay, so with the sample kit, you also need animal revivers, and you don't necessarily need the legendary animal pheromones, because that is basically what allows you to be able to gain a radar for when a legendary animal's around. Okay, now what you want to do to basically maximize your time, or minimize the time and maximize the amount of XP that you want from this Naturalist roll. What you want to do is, as a low level, you want to go to either missions. If you don't feel like sampling, you go to missions and you just press square and it'll have you start a poacher mission. So these legendary missions at the top left, you got the Rutile Horn Ram, the Milk Coyote, and the Name Elk, okay? These are only for when you hit like level 10, I believe it is. When you hit level 10, you can do these missions. And basically what you can do is you can either kill or sample these animals, and it'll give you materials if you kill them. Okay, you can take the materials back to Crypts, so you can use the trader roll and the Naturalist roll in harmony. You can use them in sync to make more profit, okay? Or you can sample them, as I previously stated, and you can sell them to Harriet, okay? Now, what people usually do, such as myself, I usually just kill the animals and then I bring them to Crypts. I put them in my wagon and I'll save them, okay? Now, that's pretty, it's pretty easy to do that, and it's pretty manageable. If you want to maximize your money income, this is what you would do. But starting off, you would just go to an alligator, okay? You would stay in the bayou, all right, where I'm at right now. You stay in Lemonnier, and you just go around the map, and you would just target alligators. There's an alligator right here, okay? So you would sample it, and you would get the XP. You would get 10 XP from the animal that you sampled, and then you just sell them to Harriet. You stack up on all the samples, and then you bring them to Harriet, okay? So it's pretty easy. It takes a little bit of time. It's pretty boring, but it pays off in the end if you want to make that money back. All right, this is not really the highest value. This is why I'm going through these first, because they're not necessarily at the top tier of the list. They're pretty low. Okay. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Moonshiner. All right. Now I'm going to see you guys when I get there, and then we can explain everything once I get there. Oh, there's a collectible over here. Let's get this collectible, then we'll ride over there. Yep, got to get these collectibles. The collector rolls, what I'm going to go through second to last. It's a very important role, the collector roll. You guys are going to see why in a second. It's a tarot card, is it not? Yes, it's a tarot card. Yes, sir. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. I don't know why it won't let me climb. Okay. Okay. Nice. Alright guys, I'm gonna see y'all when I get to the Moonshine. Shit, this is why Red Dead is that game, man. I'm trying to show you guys a walkthrough, and here we go. Here we go. You guys see to my left that there is a Moonshiner bootleg mission. It's a bootlegger hideout, which means that they have a moonshine still over here, and I don't necessarily agree with their operation. So we're gonna clear them out. All right. I'm gonna clear these guys out. Let's do it. Got him, yes sir. Nice. Alright, they're cleared out. Now let's just destroy this moonshine still, and we will be okay. I just want to loot that body. Yes, sir, loot the body. That's what you always want to do, man. You always want to loot bodies no matter what you're doing. I don't care if you're a level 1,000, you better loot those bodies, because it pays off in the long run. Alright, I'm just going to finish this mission, and then I'll see you guys back at the Moonshine, well, at the Moonshine Shack. Nice. Look at this, guys. This is the game I'm talking about, okay? So, we're right here. This is then part of the Naturalist role, okay? So, we got him right here. We have a legendary animal, okay? This is perfect. So, you guys are going to be able to see when you're in free roam, you can either kill him or collect him. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. Okay. Come on. Waiting for my horse to... And he's gonna give up. Okay, it should be... Come on now. Come on. My guy. Yo, he's like under my horse, dude. Like rarely trying it. Thank you. Alright, here we go. It's done now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skin him, and I'll see you guys. It's done. Okay, guys, we've reached the Moonshine Shack. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna show you guys inside. I'm gonna show you guys the upgrades. I'm just gonna go through everything here. I have the pelt here. All right, so you can skin it and leave it on your horse, and then come back. It will not go away because it's on your horse. It's only when you leave the session that the pelt from the carcass is taken away. All right. All right, guys. So we're inside. Okay, we're inside the Moonshine Shack. Now we're gonna walk through all the bases, and this is Rockstar's only property. Okay, you shouldn't really count the campsite as a property because it's not a property. That's pretty self-explanatory. But anyway, let's go to the Moonshine Store. Okay. So items. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. You have different items that you can purchase from her. Okay. Now, but let's go to the expansion. All right. Now, the bar expansion and the band expansion are not a necessity. Okay. It is not really a necessity because the bar, and I'll show you guys when we get downstairs, these do not make you any money. These are purely cosmetic and celebratory items. All right. Now, the bar decor, I would advise you to wait on it. It's not a necessity. What is a necessity is the business upgrades. All right. So you have the polished copper upgrade and the condenser upgrade. You have the condenser upgrade and the polished copper upgrade. Now these allow you to either produce average moonshine or strong moonshine. Okay. And the prices are pretty hefty. All right. I believe this one is 500 and this might be 800 or 950, one of the two. So make sure you guys are saving your money from the profit that you guys are making. All right. Now we're going to go down and we're going to discuss how much money you can make from the moonshine business and if it's actually worth it. This roll right here is one of my favorites, but I would place this as third because you only make a certain amount of money versus doing these last two rolls that I'm going to discuss, which is the bounty hunter and the collector roll. The bounty hunter roll, you make money and you make gold from it. All right. Versus the collector roll, you get fast money. That's what you really want. If you want to make fast money, the collector roll is definitely for you. But anyway, let's get into the downstairs aspect. All right, we're gonna go down to the bar expansion, and we're gonna talk about how you start off with the Moonshiner and how you can end off with the Moonshiner. All right. So boom, coming downstairs. All right, you have my guy Marcel. All right, Marcel. He is the person that creates and mashes up the moonshine, as you can see down here. Now, when you first get your moonshine, it's gonna look just like this. All right, but there's not gonna be a door. All right, there's just gonna be a wall, or if there is a door, you won't be able to walk through it. As you can see on my map, you can see that there's a bar expansion. All right. Now we're going to go to the prices. All right. Now, right now you see that my top right screen, the moonshine still my mash required. All right. So let's select it. All right. You got weak moonshine, which takes 24 minutes to produce. These are real lifetimes. Then you have the average moonshine. Then you have the strong moonshine. All right. Strong moonshine, I believe. Wow, I'd have a discount. Oh no, okay. So it's originally it's gonna be $50, but I just did a bootlegger mission. Now, when you do a bootlegger mission, it reduces the mash refill price. All right, so let's buy it. I got strong moonshine. What's gonna happen is you're gonna start off with the weak moonshine. Now, weak moonshine you do not make a lot of money off of. You make maybe like $70, $80. Not a lot of money. All right. Now let's go to the flavoring. As you can see in the bottom left corner, it says an hour and 31 minutes. All right. Now, what you can do is say, for example, if it's at like 2 minutes. What you do not want to do is you do not want to buy a flavor when it says 2 minutes. You want to wait for this buyer's reset to hit. All right. Now, if you don't know what is being bought, you press square at buyers. Okay. Now, the bottom, it's going to switch. It's going to say buyers, and then it's going to show you who the buyers are. All right. Now, you press square again, or you just go down. It's going to flip back to the recipe and the flavor. All right. Now, what you want to do is you always want to strive for the one that has $247 because that's going to make you the most money. See how it says $247 for the Poison Poppies Moonshine, and then you have $226 for the Evergreen Moonshine. All right. Now, if you have enough materials, you definitely want to go for that $226 because it's only really a $20 difference. Okay. Now, I usually go for the Poppies Moonshine or the Spiced Island Moonshine because I usually have a lot of materials. As you can see here, I have the materials. I just have one of the current. All right. Now, that's not really that big of a deal to me. I can just buy more. But if you don't have all the materials, which you want to do, you really would want to go for the berry cobbler because the berry cobbler is that medium range, that $226. And the materials are pretty easy to get. And every time that the buyer resets, the berry cobbler is always going to be up there. All right. Now, that's something to keep in mind if you don't know what you're really doing. But right now, we're just going to go with the Appleberry Crumb Moonshine because I don't have, as you can see, I only have one absinthe. And then I only have one of the other one. So let's go ahead and get the appleberry cooking. You feel me? So we're going to add the flavor, and then you come back 45 minutes later and you sell the moonshine. All right. Now let's go ahead and explore the expansion for those of you who are just now getting into it. You walk in. All right. It's going to be, they can be music playing. You got the band over here to the left side. All right. Now the band, they're going to be playing music when you direct them to. You play the music, let them do their thing, and you can dance on the dance floor. I'm not going to dance for you guys, but I am going to show you the dailies, all right? So you have craft, toxic moonshine, moonshine served to other players. I'm in a solo session right now, but you can definitely tell that these are pretty easy for the daily challenges. Sometimes it'll have you dance, sometimes it'll have you change the bar decor. It's pretty easy gold, and you can drink your flavored moonshine right here at the bar, all right? And you can also, if your Deadeye core is empty, you can get coffee right over here. Now, mind you, I said Deadeye core. If your Deadeye core is empty, you can take coffee right here and drink some coffee. Now, if your rings are dead, if your Deadeye core and your, not Deadeye core, if your Deadeye ring, and everything else, all the rings, if they're dead, what you want to do is you want to go right here where this little thing is to my right, and you can just have a sip of your moonshine. Right now it is glitched, and it's going to say drink weak moonshine when you drink your moonshine first starting off. Now for some reason you have to wait for your moonshine to be fully there. Now when you take a drink of moonshine, you want to wash your face. It'll clean your character's body. As you can see, my character's body's dirty, so wipe his face and it's gonna go away. So make it clean. It should make it more clean every time. And it's not. But it will sober you up. Even if it doesn't clean your character off, it will sober your character up, alright? For some odd reason. I don't know why it's not doing it, but that's alright. Let my character look a little dirty anyway. You have the guest list, alright? No one's in my session, but that's where you would invite people. He is slumped right now. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to disturb your sleep. But that's where you would invite guests, alright? Now, let's go back upstairs so I can show you guys the rest of the moonshine roll. Because this moonshine roll is, in my personal opinion, the most in-depth besides the bounty hunter. The bounty hunter has to be one of the most advanced rolls. All right, so let's go back to Maggie. All right, so you have the story mode. This story mode will definitely, it will give you gold and it gives you money. The payout isn't really that nice. However, the gold payout is equivalent to a bounty hunter mission if you stay in there for half an hour. I do not advise you to stay in there for that long because you can do bounty hunter missions and you can make more gold back. However, this is definitely a good storyline if you're interested in the story mode. I'm not gonna play them because we're just doing the bounty hunter, not the bounty hunter. We're just doing the roles talk. And then you have this bootleg mission. The bootlegger mission is also an easy way to level up. You come inside, you do a bootlegger mission, reduce the moonshine mash cost refill. You come back in, you do the refill for the moonshine at a discounted price, and then you come back in and then you go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, so let's go outside, and now we're gonna go to the collector role. I'm gonna go to Madame Nazar, and I'm gonna show you guys what the collector role is all about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Madame Nazar. So Madame Nazar is the collector role once again. So what you want to do here is you collect items using the collector map from the website. I can leave the link in the description down below. So what you want to do is you want to go to sell, and what you want to do is you want to sell these eggs. You see how I have eggs saved up. I also have tarot cards saved up. I have these different items saved up. All right. So what you want to do is you can stack these items. That's what usually veteran players do when the DLC comes out. They stack items and then they sell them, and they look like this when they're all in the bunch. Okay. You can see at the bottom right, it says $364.50 for the Lost Jewelry Earrings collection. Okay. $182 for the bird eggs collection, and then $75 for the egg hunt collection. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell these 6 egg hunt collections. All right. Now the egg hunt collection is a special event because it is Easter, so I am going to sell them, and you guys are going to see how much XP I get from every single one. All right. I get 1,000 XP from one. We're going to do another one. Okay, I'm gonna sell another one. Sell another one. And another one. And another one. And one more. Boom. And we are also about to sell this Lost Jewelry Earrings collection. Boom. Now you can see how much money I just got. I got a lot of money, okay? And you can also sell individual pieces if you are full. All right. Now this goes for any item. All right. Now usually what I would do is I would take alcohol bottles. If I have 10 of one alcohol bottle, say if I have a London Dry gin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink it before I go into combat or use it on a legendary mission, a legendary bounty mission. And I would use that to compensate for my golden deadeye and stamina instead of using food that I cooked. So that way, when I'm back out in the world and I kill people, I can loot their bodies and reattain those alcohol bottles, okay? Now, that's a pretty simple strategy for you to loot bodies and find collectibles. That's why it's very important to loot all bodies. There's that one body that may be left, and you don't know whether or not you want to grab it. You should grab it because you'll never know if there's going to be a collector piece in it. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how you can get more money. All right. You should go through every single collectible that you have. If it says 9, sell 2. All right. Because more importantly than anything, you're going to find more of these in the world. All right. So if you got 8, bring it down to like maybe 5 or 6. All right. I usually go with 6. 6 is like a pretty good number. Depending on the item. If you have alcohol bottles, I would bring that down to like 2 or maybe 5. Just to make sure that you're getting what you need. As you guys can see, I'm getting a lot of money from this. All right. You got $12 here and there. You sell that 5 times. I mean, hey, that's a good amount of money. And you just go through. You don't have to do this every day, because they nerfed the collector rolls, so all diggable items are randomized, all right, at a very low rate. See how I have Tennessee whiskey. You see what it does to my health, all right? You see what it does to everything, my stats. All right, now we're going to sell like 3. Boom, we're going to sell another one. One more. Let's sell some more. It's going to go for it, all right? That's what you guys want to do. You want to take risks. You want to go for it and just make sure you're being smart about it. Take calculated risks. If you know you're going to get these items again, go ahead and sell them. There's no point of holding on to them, because Rockstar does these hiatuses. they go on a big hiatus, you really want to just sell things, and then right when that DLC is about to drop, you want to go ahead and farm and get everything that you're looking for, get everything that you need, so that way when it drops, you're getting money throughout these dry months of content. All right, and then when that month is arriving, because June is right around the corner, it's only 2 months away. You definitely want to take those opportunities and really make the most amount of money out of them, because that's what makes the game fun, in my opinion. Without giving too many opinions, that's one of my opinions. All right, so this right here, you see in the bottom right corner, this is the only issue that I have with this role. You cannot sell things at a high rate. All right, so I'm going to back out now. I'm going to leave now, because now it's going to get to a point where you see I have a bunch of 9s and everything. It's going to freeze. All right, and we don't want it to freeze because it can do other things that we do not want. Now, see, this is the only thing I'm going to sell. All right, I got lucky. All right, so let's get out of here. So, and this is another thing too. When you guys are doing this, you're doing all your roll things, you reset this. Reset these. You get gold back. All right. There you go. I got 0.4 gold. All right. So we got all these rolls down. We got the amount of rolls down. What did we go through? We went through the trader roll, went through the naturalist, we went through the moonshiner, we went through the collector. Now it's time to go through the bounty hunter roll. All right. Now with this, I'm gonna do one infamous bounty. All right, I'm gonna do one infamous bounty, and then that'll be the end of the video. I'm not gonna do a legendary mission, because legendary missions, they do take a while. Because I always wait out the timer, because they do not pay out what they should be paying out. Okay, so we're just gonna ride to Rhodes real quick. I'm gonna see you guys at Rhodes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, cowboys alike, we have arrived at Rhodes. All right, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna go here to Rhodes. All right, you're gonna go to the bounty hunter board. This is the bounty hunter board, and you're gonna go all the way to the right. It's gonna say legendary bounties with a triangle. You can do these. You see at the top of the list, everything is a 5-star besides 2 bounties. This one right here and this one, or maybe 3. I believe it's this one right here. I don't really do the Etta Doyle and the other 2. I usually just do Tobin Winfield, Gene Bo Finley. Those are my favorites, and the Wolfman. Wolfman's one of my favorites as well. And Yukon Nick. There are pretty good bounties out there. I just don't do all of them. It's a pretty waste of time. But these do pay out a good amount of money, and if you stay in them for half an hour, you get a 0.4, a 0.48, 0.36 gold bars, with over a $200 payout depending on the bounty. The highest paying bounty, in my opinion, is the Tobin Winfield. I really do this all the time. I do this like once a day, twice a day, because I don't do them as frequently as I used to, because you can make more gold doing things a lot more frequently. And the infamous bounties, they just pay out more within that time frame if you're really grinding them correctly. Okay, now when you're doing the infamous bounties, you have to remember that the infamous bounties are the ones that have this certain description, and they have a the flip through. All right, you can tell which one is regular. I believe you can tell which one is regular by when you read them. They should have a certain description that indicates whether it's infamous bounty. They should have did a better job with that. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm gonna fast travel to Valentine to show you guys a more entertaining bounty hunter mission. This one is a pretty simple search. So I'll see you guys when I get to Valentine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached Valentine. All right, so I'm going to hit up this bounty board, and I had to stop by my campsite to put the pelt into my campsite. I did not want to fast travel and then my pelt just vanish. That can happen sometimes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this infamous bounty right here. This one is pretty entertaining. just to give you guys a walkthrough, give you guys some gun action. We're gonna go to the last known location, and I'm also just gonna change my outfit really quick. Get out of the way, dude. I don't want no beef with you, my guy. But yeah, man, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. And if you like the content, man, just leave a like. Hit that comment section. Let me know what you guys' thoughts, opinions, and anything is appreciated. I really rock with y'all. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, just join the Lock Nation. Marlock is really on the hunt to just give you guys content. I'm really on the grind to give you guys content and really let the community know, let all the Red Dead players know that this game is not dead. The game is dry, but there is a big difference between something being dry and something being dead. And we really have to get to that consensus. Really, we really have to get to that consensus where we're talking about whether or not content is dead or content is dry. We have to talk about that. Red Dead's content is in a drought, but it is not dead. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to grind, but again, is the grind really worth it? That's the question. Is the grind really worth it? So that's what the battle is right now with this game. I do love this game. This game has a lot of potential, but Rockstar is taking their time with the development of the game. Excuse me. They don't want to just rush things how they did with GTA, and you know they want to take a different route, and I really do respect that. We just need to hold them accountable for not giving us a schedule or a roadmap. We need a roadmap. But enough of the talking. Let me just give you guys some nice footage. Let's do this. Dude. Trying to stab me up, man. Here we go. Clear them up. Damn, already we found them off the loot in the first body. I have no idea where my horse went. My horse just freaking vanished, dude. But yeah, this is really pretty much what I do in Red Dead. When I get on, I just go to I spawn in my campsite, and from there I do a resupply mission, make sure my supplies are being built up, and I go right to my moonshine from there. But I can definitely do a video if you guys want to see that, about my routine and how I go about collecting everything that I need to grab for the day. That includes gold, money, anything. You guys just let me know and we'll just go from there. Infamous bounties are definitely a lot more interactable. All right, guys, you see at the top of the screen it says 15 minutes. All right, we want to wait the timer out for it to say 30 seconds. Okay, so you can definitely just take your time killing these people. Don't even worry about the bounty hunter dying. Not the bounty hunter, the bounty dying. If you want more money, that's definitely something you would want to consider relaxing about. But other than that, if you don't really care about the bounty hunter, not keep saying the bounty hunter, if you don't really care about the bounty dying, then you can definitely go through. But let's give you some action. I'm gonna give y'all some action. Let's get it. I'm gonna keep him alive just so I can make more money. The more money, the better. You can never go wrong with making more money. See, there you go. Collectibles looted from non-playable enemies, non-player enemies. That's what you need. You need to watch out for things like that, so that way you're making more gold, more gold, more gold, more gold, fellas and ladies. I cannot repeat that enough. More gold, more gold, more gold. That's what you want. Because believe it or not, when those properties come out and they cost like 600 gold bars, 500 gold bars, you're gonna wish that you were grinding, man. I'm telling you. Where you going, my guy? Where you going? Don't run from me. Come here. You're done. I don't know why he's trying to run from me, man. They love doing it. They love running. Don't run. You got a runner. All right. Let me run it from Marlock, man. Marlock always catches up. You dig? Marlock always catches up. All right, let's take a picture of him because that's what the that's what it wants. That's what the daily challenge is. So you want to take a quick flick. Say cheese. All right, yep, got it. Thank you. All right, living players, living bounty targets, and a photograph. Anubis, let's go. All right, guys, so I'm going to return him to the road sheriff's office, and you guys just sit back and relax, grab some snacks, and see y'all when I get there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has hit that 30-second mark, so you guys are going to see the payout. All right, guys, let's see what we get. 913. See, 0.36 gold bars. All right, and these are things I'm talking about. The payout might not be good. We only have $58, but it's definitely that gold that we want. 552 gold bars and 17 golden nuggets. All right. If you guys like this video, you guys make sure to leave a like. I can do a lot more in-depth videos about these roles one by one if you guys would like me to. But for now, that's going to wrap up everything for today's video, you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Hit that comment section. Let me know you guys' thoughts, opinions, anything of that matter. And lastly, hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the Lock Nation. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys get notified when I upload a video to the Lock Nation. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Marlock out.